Well, what a jolly party this is.
Hey, Kendall, we got dueling glasses here.
Nice.
I gotta get my glass of my local rosé.
Oh,
Local rosé.
Okay, I know a couple of West Coasties are going to show up shortly because I spoke to them earlier.
Let's see.
So, wow, amazing that you can just pop in from Provence, Amy.
Isn't that amazing?
Are you actually in Provence?
I'm actually in Provence, and Kendall, you would love this place. It's a farmhouse that was built in the 1600s.
Wow. Woo. Woo.
And the highlight of our evening is that we just saw a mother wild boar and her babies run across the olive grove.
Nice.
So I see a couple more people. I see Fran, probably Fran Randolph. Oh no, there. Well, there we go. It's Rains. Oh, there's Rains. Oh, Fran, if that's you, Fran, if you press, there's a video button on the lower left. May have a red slash through it. If you click it, your video will start. Wow, there's a great, on your umbrella, the leaves, Rains, are really, that's so great. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
They don't need to be in the way.
That's great.
Blue sky.
Judy Ruff, where are you calling from? Where are you?
I literally just got off a plane from New York. I'm back in Denver.
Oh, wow. Hey, I'll talk to you offline. I have a very dear friend, someone who's really important to me, who's moving to Denver and may need some connections. So I want to talk to you offline about that.
Yeah, I'd be happy to help.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Mahler, if you click the little video button on the lower left, your video will come on. Sheila Tasman, the same.
What am I doing? Hi, Joyce.
There we go. There's Elizabeth. She's on. Hi, Elizabeth.
hello.
Hi, Joyce.
And we got, there's a little, for those, Fran, Sheila, and I don't know who Mac owner is, but if there's a little video button on the lower left of your screen,
No.
click it. It probably has a red slash. Get rid of the red slash and your video will
No.
come live.
It's on the top. Start video
Or
with the
yeah, there
video
should be.
camera.
And Lynn.
I don't think I know you, Bruce.
Yay.
Before I telling somebody how to get on this thing.
What's
Hey,
that?
you got your hair cut.
Wow. We have someone by phone. I see that. So they can. And
You can
Dot.
see it. Look.
Hi,
Dot,
it's Liz.
Lynn, can we
Liz
help
on the
you?
phone.
Do not.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, can you see me?
Who's speaking?
Donna Schaefer.
Hi, Donna. So we can hear you, but we can't see you. To start your video, you probably have a red splash through a little video icon in the bottom
Yeah,
left.
I do. Should I click on that?
Just click on it and you'll come on. Hi, Fran.
Hi, Bruce.
There's Donna.
Hi, Donna. Hi.
And Lynn and Dot, we see your names there, but your videos aren't up. So you probably have a little video icon in the bottom left that has a red slash. If you click on it, the slash will go away and your video will come on. There you go.
Hi.
Perfect.
Does anybody else come properly prepared for a
Get us
party?
water.
So Bruce, is there any way to see everybody at the same time?
Well,
Yes.
yes, you have. So there's on the, hey, hi, Eileen. Well, we don't have Eileen's picture, but not her video yet. And Larry, wow, on the upper left, there's a little button. There's Eileen that says speaker view or you can click on it and you can get like the Hollywood Squares version.
Yeah, if it says gallery view, Bruce, that's when you click on gallery view. Get the whole
Where is it? Because I don't see it.
The upper right.
upper right.
Upper right.
Upper right, gallery view. Got
Put
it.
the cursor on.
Oh, excellent.
Bruce, maybe you can share your screen and show them where it is, or?
Don't share screens. It takes up too much energy.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, there's Donna.
Not quite
Hi.
everybody. 9 at a time.
Hi.
Great.
Larry.
Hi,
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 Larry.
hi. Look at these, all these beautiful women all wasted on me.
There's one person. Lynn, can you speak so we can see hear who it is and maybe help you? Oh, Betsy, great. So Betsy and Lynn, your video is not on yet, so you have to click the video button on the bottom left. There you go. Perfect, Lynn. Hi, it's Lynn Barrett, and there's Betsy Worley.
Am I the
Yay!
only one
Hey,
drinking?
Betsy.
Hello.
Hi, Betsy.
No, you're not.
Hey.
So pretty soon we're going to fill up the page, and you may have to shuffle between 2 different pages to see it.
Oh my God, there'll be like a back room.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be the back room.
Awesome.
So maybe since it's now time, maybe we should get started and
Oh,
we'll see who else will come on.
that's another page. Wow.
Right there.
Look at I hear all these people are saying, wow, like this is really cool.
Well,
That's the whole point.
It is really cool.
So I'm going to wait till Connie comes back to her chair and then we'll start.
Lynn's here now.
Hey, Bruce, are you going to do something about the forum? Are you going to tell us about the forum?
I'm going to talk about a few things quickly, and mostly I want us to introduce ourselves to each other. Patricia, if you click on the video button on your lower left, hey, there's Connie. Barbara, is that Barbara Abramowitz?
It is. Hi there.
Happy
We
birthday.
can't see you yet, but if you click on the video button on the lower left,
Thank you.
where you have a red slash, picture will come on.
Okay, I clicked on it a couple times. There I
There you
am.
go.
And we need to wish Barbara a happy birthday.
Thank you, Andrew.
Hi,
Happy
love.
birthday.
Hi.
And David, your picture's not on yet, so you got your video is all. You got to click the video icon.
I'm ahead of David. Oh my God.
You are. David's, when it comes to technology, he's really struggles.
He's
So now
stressed.
we know the answer. How to get people onto an event, lure them with cocktails.
That's it.
Yes, yes.
Right.
David,
There you go, right?
David, your video is not on in case you're.
I gotta find a
So you
place.
got to click on that little video
Oh, thank
button.
you so much.
All right.
I think I've got 2 minutes.
Thank you. Sorry,
To show my
I
old
need to
fireplace.
plug it in.
All right. So.
David?
Should it be like a real cocktail party, and should the noise be going like? Whoosh, 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 whoosh?
So everyone can, if you want, what I was going to propose is, is that maybe we mute ourselves, which is your little mute buttons on the upper right of your screen. And then we'll go around playing Hollywood Squares and everyone gets to introduce themselves to each other. So I just, when we had an advisory meeting for getting the connector, getting people really using it, we came up with the idea of having a cocktail party, a summer connector cocktail party to end what has been a great year for new beginnings for LPN. We've got a lot of great new members. We've started work on some great new possibilities, and mostly I just wanted everyone to have a chance to see the warm, positive, loving faces that is our community and have a chance to experience what the connector is. And I didn't really want to have this as a meeting. I wanted it to be a chance for us to, I hear a child somewhere, meet and greet. Who's that? Whose baby's speaking?
It's
Anyway. Sheila, you can mute if you want. What I thought we'd do is I'll mention a couple things that are on the the connector that I hope people will start to pay attention to, and then we'll just go around. And so we've initiated a couple new forums, but everyone can use the forum on the connector very easily. If you don't know how, I can teach you in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. We initiated a forum for our members who've written books recently. Connie's recently had a book. I'll put her book up there. Larry's book is there. Sarah's book is up there. If you have a book you want to introduce, you can put it there. If you want to talk about one of our members' books, you can do it there. It will be a good thing. We're going to initiate a speaker directory shortly, so members can sign up, and we're going to create a public-facing speaker directory for the rest of the world, so they can find LPN members for speakers. You know, so our boards are beginning to meet on the connector, which is great. They're beginning, so it's allowing them to interact and work collaboratively without driving, and that's all great. Of course, one of the great things this year has been the Pennsylvania, Philadelphia chapter has been growing and doing wonderful things. Oh, there's friend baby. Hi, didn't see that. So the Philadelphia chapter is really taking off with an amazing cadre of smart, dedicated, action-oriented folks, and we're excited about that. And, you know, as usual, the newsletter has been great, and we've, you know, we supported the Parkland kids after the massacre there, and I thought that was an important moment for us. And LPNQ continues to chug along, I hope, with some value. But most important is, I think that with the connector, we have seriously increased our potential for all kinds of opportunities, which we've yet to begin to peel back. But, you know, maybe today will be the start of that. And I look forward to, you know, the advisory board and anybody else continuing to suggest how we can improve it, make it better, make it more active for all of us. So with no further ado, I'm going to let Joyce introduce herself first, and then Joyce, you call out Connie next, and then we'll go through and have everyone introduce each other. All right?
Joyce needs to unmute.
Just talking away on mute. Thank you, Donna. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I feel like that commercial. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Just two additional announcements, building on what Bruce mentioned. Our virtual chapter, which is everyone who is not affiliated with one of the regional groups, meets every month. And our June program coming up on June 28th happens to be Judy Ruff, who is on this call. And Judy represents the Certified Senior Advisors. And several people have asked about that credential. And given the questions, instead of answering individually, Judy and I spoke briefly, and she will be the speaker. So Jim Montalto will be sending out an announcement on that in a few days. Just know that it's always the last Thursday of the month, 4 to 5 p.m. East Coast time. And this unit will be talking about that credential. So that's just one announcement. And then a final one, grant committee is still meeting. It's a committee that would love to have more membership, because what we're doing are looking at organizations, foundations, in some cases private companies who are looking to fund the whole aging, positive aging movement, the whole life planning network in one way or the other. So we're always looking to add interested members. So if anyone is interested or knows any of your chapter members who might be interested in working with us, we'd love your help. And so that said, Joyce Cowan, I'm here in Connecticut, and the sun finally came out today. We haven't had sunshine in a few days. So sun is out, and I'm thrilled that this many folks are on this, and hopefully this will be, as Bruce said, the beginning of a whole new way that we communicate together. So from here, we're going out to the Midwest. Connie Goldman, you're over there in Hudson, Wisconsin. Take it away and tell us a little bit about, just introduce yourself and what you're into these days.
Well, I'm interested in everything that you folks are doing because I'm doing less, but I want to know what's going on in the world out there. I'm still writing articles, so for different publications. So if you tell me something interesting, I'll get in touch with you, follow up, tell some more people about it. And I mean, I don't keep secrets. I just tell everything. So keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay. Thank you.
Joyce, you're muted again.
You're right.
Yeah, okay. Jan, why don't you go next? Because you're next in the Hollywood Square.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Jan Zacharias, and I'm with the Philadelphia LPN chapter. And I have a life coaching practice working with people with going through midlife transitions. And my kind of exciting news is that I landed in an article this week in the Philadelphia Inquirer, and I've gotten a number of calls from that. That's the first time I've made it in our main newspaper for this, and so that's been exciting and generating some calls and potential clients for me. I'm also in the midst of doing a business development program designed to create a client surge in my practice. So a few of you might be getting some emails to me. It's about developing a referral system. And so I've been kind of up to my ears with that. And we have some new members in the Philadelphia chapter who have joined us in the last few months, and we're excited to have them on board. And we're due to have another meeting in about the next week or so to see what, talk about our plans for next year. So that's me.
Jan, briefly, what was the subject of the article that you were in?
It was about midlife transition coaching and how coaches are really a lifeline, and talked about, gave a couple of case examples of, a stay-at-home dad and how he took time off to be with his kids, and how working with a life coach helped him to get, right back into the swing of things. And another was who worked with people on getting physically fit, and how that, by having that can-do attitude of like, I can do this bodybuilding in that particular example, it carries over into other parts of life. My piece was about, working with people as they're going through transitions and reframing, readjusting, and reinventing themselves going forward with resilience. And interestingly, the lead into the article, was a quote from Charles Darwin, which came from my website. So apparently the reporter liked that, and talked about how those who are able to adapt to change are really the ones who survive the strongest. So I'll send you a link to it. And that was all just, very spontaneously exciting that kind of unraveled. And it really came from a referral through LPN, Yosef August, who's one of our other Philadelphia members. He's also a life coach. Apparently the reporter had contacted him, and he referred her over to me, since I work with midlife transition. So I thank Yosef immensely for that, and that's certainly a demonstration of how we can really all help one another.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah.
Judy, why don't you go next and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Judy Ruff. I work for the Society of Certified Senior Advisors, but before that, I actually used all of the U.S. records and documents and organizing and the management of them to kind of guide people through life and their life transitions. So this organization I'm a relatively new member of, and it's a good fit for my past expertise, of which I still get to use once in a while. I've developed a series of questions to ask when hiring professionals within that typically older adults would would be interested in based on circumstances as they're going through different transitions. And it's kind of a good help in just in terms of getting through things with, typically, as most of you know, most people deal with things in a crisis situation many times, and it kind of gets them to the heart of what they need more quickly, and getting very well vetted resources for their needs. Bruce, you're muted.
There we go. So I think we're arranged differently on our screens for each one of us. So
I think you're right.
I got a message from Elizabeth saying, don't forget me, I'm on the first, but for me, you're on the second. So I'm just going to go by my screen, and you may not, that's why. So coming to us straight from Provence, France, Amy Lampert. Take it away, Amy, and only in French, though.
Bien sûr, bien sûr. Well, first, let me just say that for those who didn't hear me, I want to...
Turn your volume up a little if you can.
Is that better? Ça va mieux?
Yes, a little.
Okay. So for those who don't know me, I'm Amy Lampert, originally and now from Boston, but out of the country for a few weeks, celebrating a pretty large birthday. I want to also just again notice and take note and mention that I wished I could be with you, my dear friend Barbara, who's also celebrating a birthday today. And I want to, professionally, I own and run in the principle of a life planning / wealth management business. Due particularly to the sensibilities of women and the important people in their lives. And now really concerned in great part with retirement and all of its concerns. Just a couple of dot connecting. Hi, Betsy Worley. How are you? It's great to see you. And I was thinking about Jan, maybe connecting her with some people in the Transition Network in Philly, because there's a pretty robust. Are you familiar with the Transition Network, Jan?
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that might be a great referral network for you as well.
Great.
So that's just something that came to mind, and it's great to see you, Betsy. And that's all I have to say. This is awesome, and I loved the invitation.
Yes, it sparked my drink.
Kendall, you're up next on my screen, so we expect. No, go ahead.
I'm Kendall Dudley. One addition I'd like to make for LPN is that to have martinis served somehow online. I'm not quite sure how to do that, but thank you for the one you delivered me. I'm actually calling from Central Asia. I'm in a yurt. And, believe me, I could use a little air conditioning at the moment. So I do career counseling and also help people think about, a life they haven't yet thought of before in terms of the next stage. And one of the things I'm discovering, I've had a number of people who are so in touch with themselves, they can't make any insights because they have all the right language, they have all the right answers, but the problem is they keep going around in the same circle. So it's hard to enlighten people who are already enlightened. So I'm kind of finding it fascinating to think of new language and new metaphors to help people who are so in touch with themselves be less in touch. I'll just mention one thing that I've been doing is helping people reframe their life story by helping them generate an unusual title for their life that helps sort of slant the information that they have about themselves in different ways. And one person who I said that he was bristling with self-awareness, and he agreed. Whoa! We came up with this short story that he could write about himself, which was "My Lovely, Jagged, Imperfect Life," and that kind of jolted him into thinking about, that might give me some insight that I haven't had before, because he's otherwise written kind of what you might think of like, you know, John O'Donohue versions of his life, of which he's so good at, whereas he's not so good at writing this kind of version. So I think that's all I have to say. But it's wonderful to be together, and I look forward to more.
Thank you, Kendall. Sounds like you're suffering from the pollen, which is
This is true, yes.
quite heavy here at the moment.
I got 3 inches right here.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe all weekend, but I finally got out from under it, so feel better. Rains Cohen is next on my screen. So Rains, please introduce yourself. And
thank you, Bruce. Rains Cohen, LPN National Vice President this year, and co-housing coach, community organizer. Excited by having been to 2 events in the past week and a half, in-person events, one in the Bay Area, one in greater Seattle area, and running into LPN members. It's like, yes, we are out there, even in places where there aren't that many of us.
you met Dan Kennedy, is that who you met?
Yes, a really lovely connection. And just coming from this morning, our regular Conscious Aging Connect call. Nice to have, you know, a core of folks regularly checking in with, both experience with Zoom and taking time to share about our work and lives and challenges and explore different areas. It's really very powerful. NorCal got a little taste of them a few months back as they did sharing, but I think that there's more potential for that kind of thing within the organization and between them.
So, Rains, would you just say a little bit more about what you do and how you do it, what your goal is?
My focus has been on aging and community, helping people organize together to create alternatives to the institutions of aging, to create, whether it's co-housing neighborhoods or home sharing, what's called co-householding, or the hip young hashtag co-living, just different ways for people to share and learn more about themselves enough in order to get past the obstacles or fears that are in the way, concerns about that. And actually, it's now at the level of say, wow, you know, co-housing, great, you know, condos with community, but people are pursuing with the larger sense of purpose, you know, aligning with values of environmentalism or whatever else. A term that's a better match and a movement we're plugging into a lot is eco-villages. And my wife Betsy and I are actually next month going to the European Global Eco-Village Network Conference in Estonia, and tracing out some family roots in that side of Europe. So that's
fantastic. Wow. Well, maybe you'll write a report on that for us.
It's just what I was going to say. We need an article, Rains.
I'll see what I can do.
Great.
Perfect.
And I should share the view behind me here, not just the tree, but there's the Marin Civic Center in the background.
Wow.
Hidden a little bit behind the trees. There we go in the distance. I'm at my day job, NPR radio show, Music from the Heart of Space, helping them with computer stuff.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Rains. That was great. And Elizabeth Mahler is next. So, Elizabeth, welcome.
Thanks. It's so funny because as you run through it, everybody's in line except for me. I'm down here on yours, but everybody else is. It's really, that's an odd setup. Anyway, hi everybody, and I'm Elizabeth Mahler. I'm with the Chesapeake chapter and was the past president for 3 years, and have moved on to some other things now. My day job is a professor at Northeastern University in Boston, although I work in. I live in Maryland, so it's a cool virtual job. And one of the things, I'm doing 3 things right now that are, I think, kind of interesting. One is in my county, I'm with another colleague starting an Encore network, and we're doing focus groups and doing all sorts of ways of getting in with the community. And every time we present, another group, government group or civic group, gets really excited. And so our job is to start, we're going to try to be a resource to organizations that already exist or emerge, as opposed to trying to do a lot of the work ourselves, since it's only 2 of us. So that's starting out. And when I went to the community college, our community college has been thinking about this as well. So they actually hired me for the summer to do a feasibility study on the idea of creating an Encore Institute, sort of Osher-like, but a broader kind of perspective in terms of offering levels and all sorts of different kinds of things. So I'm getting started with the interviews and the collection of data for that. And then the third thing that is coming slowly, because, you know, higher ed, if any of you ever worked for it, takes forever, but it's on my workload sheet for next year, so I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I finally, after 5 years of attempting to get into Northeastern for an Encore Careers program, have the go-ahead to develop one. And that's really exciting to me. And it kind of fits here a little bit. A lot of you are coaches. One of the things I want to do is build career coaching, Encore career coaching, into the tuition so that it's something that they get maybe 3 times a term or something like that. So stay tuned, because I keep telling them about the great networks across the country and in the Boston area. So I'll be reaching out to folks to get involved in this as expert speakers and things like that. And I'm hoping, and again, one never knows, my goal is to make it put enough into the tuition, and I'm kind of using the Minnesota model, but we're going to do a hybrid. It'll be 1 day a month on campus, and then the rest will be online. So there'll be a face-to-face and a virtual community. And so I'm hoping that we can build in some expert speakers, and I can have stipends for speakers and all sorts of things. So I'm starting at the beginning, trying to add all these things into it. So stay tuned, because I'll probably be talking to some of you about some of these ideas to collect some more opinions and thoughts on it.
That's great.
Fantastic, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. So does anyone have to leave early? We already lost Betsy. I forgot to, you're going to leave, Amy?
Yeah, it's really late here, and,
right.
and we've been traveling all day, so I'm going to quietly slip off when I can't keep my eyes open.
Okay, well, we're grateful and honored that you
I have to leave in about 30 minutes.
I have to leave in about 5 minutes.
Okay, so 5 minutes. Patricia, why don't you go next, since you have to leave in 5 minutes?
And bye, Amy.
I have to leave in 15 minutes.
Have a great trip, Amy.
Thank you.
Bruce, I have to leave in 15 minutes.
Okay, well, sorry.
Well, there are our next 3.
Okay, so 5 was Patricia. Why don't you, I'll unmute you and you can.
Shall I unmute? Oh, you did.
I got it. Yep.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you all. I'm here in California, Northern California in Sonoma County, and I belong to the NorCal division of LPN. And Rains and I are on the same Conscious Aging Connect phone call. We've been doing that monthly for a couple of years, and it's been fantastic. So we've been using Zoom for the last 6 months or so. I have to confess that I used it for the first time this morning, because her call is at 8 o'clock, and I'm usually still in my jammies at 8 o'clock with a cup of coffee and my eyes barely opening. So anyway, so I'm just getting used to Zoom, and it's great to be with you all. I have a business called The Third Act. So like many of you, I'm a life coach. I'm also a psychotherapist and had a practice in Berkeley for 30 years. And I do workshops. So I work in corporations and work in public workshops for, helping people through this transition time and making good choices about what they want to do with the rest of their lives. So I've been involved with LPN since almost the beginning up here in Northern California, so quite a number of years. It's great to see the growth and the changes, and it's very inspiring. So I'm happy to be on the phone call, and I hope we have more of these, Bruce. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, well, thank you. We're thinking that we'll do it in September to kick off the fall, so we'll do it again.
Great. That sounds great.
And Pat, this Rains with just three words about early morning Zoom calls and the positioning. Strategic camera aiming. You don't know if I'm wearing pants right now.
I hope you are in Marin.
We'll reconvene in the pool later.
Yes.
So who was the next up who had to leave? Was Dot?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, so go ahead, Dot. Welcome.
Okay.
Introduce yourself. Happy to see you here.
Hi, everybody. Some familiar faces and some people that I don't know yet. Great idea. Bruce, thank you. I am in the Chesapeake Life Planning Network chapter, and I'm in charge of membership there. I've been with this group since almost since the beginning, so it's been a number of years. I do right now what I call my encore career. I am organizing a group of retirees who provide tutoring in our local elementary schools. We go into Title I schools, which are the schools of greatest need, and also in this area, the places that have the most diversity in their population. So we're doing great. After 4 years, we have over 100 volunteers, and we're in 16 schools. So we plan to continue to grow like that. It's a very exciting and all volunteer.
That's great. And you also, with Eileen, did ALPA 3 years ago, right?
That's right. We did ALPA a few years ago. Great program.
You're going to hear more on that.
I know. Terrific.
We're writing it into the grants.
No, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
So thank you very much. Who else had to leave early? Someone else said they had to leave, but all right. If not, Fran, why don't you introduce yourself next, since you're next on the line there.
Okay. Well, Fran Randolph from Maryland, the Chesapeake Life Planning Network Group. Hello to everybody. Good to see everybody again. I retired from the federal government as the division director, so I'm a behavioral health specialist who's done, my career was doing research on mental health issues. But I transitioned into becoming a certified life and retirement coach. When I was in the federal government up until a couple of years ago, I saw all my colleagues there who were aging in place rather than retiring. And I figured, you know what, these people need some help in transitioning to that wonderful period of life that happens after you retire. So I focus a lot on retirement coaching, doing workshops and the like. And I also have been involved in developing a village. And I think most of you have heard of villages, helping people age in place. They're mostly on the East Coast and the West Coast. So I started mine in the community, and it's been growing. And we've been expanding our membership, and we've been getting more and more people involved, not in receiving services, which is primarily what a lot of villages do, but in connecting with each other and networking and participating in events and support groups and so on like that. So it's really been very, very exciting. And I spend a lot of my time, it's almost like a full-time job for me, that and my coaching. And then 8 months ago, I was graced with this little person that was sitting on my lap for a while. I don't know if anybody noticed that. That's Graham. He's 8 months old. He's my first and only grandson. And he comes to my home Monday through Fridays, and I get to watch him grow up.
Sheila Tasman
I'm sorry, what?
I said Sheila will have some things to say and add about that.
Okay.
She's got hers with her too.
Okay, so it's actually it's a wonderful experience, but it has put a little bit of a damper on my coaching and my village work, but I keep that moving forward as much as I can. So and so that's who I am, and I'm happy to be a part of this incredibly interesting and eclectic group of wise agers.
Great. Well, thank you, Fran. That's great. I'm going to let David Gill go next. I think he's got plans and's got a scoot. So, David, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I do have people pounding on my door, so I need to go. But I just wanted to say hello and thank you, Bruce, and everyone for being a part of this. I've spent decades and decades and decades in healthcare administration, and then moved over into estate resolution. helping people organize their affairs, people of any age, organize their affairs before they move on to that next chapter in life where they're not here with us. And I also resolve estates after people have died. Sometimes they leave messes, sometimes it's nice and tidy, but it still requires a lot of effort, as probably all of you know, and I'm here to help people do that. But lately it seems that the foot that I had in healthcare administration, it's trying to drag me back multiple feet. I specialize in the licensing of radioactive materials in medicine and spent a lot of time in radiation therapy for cancer care. And so I'm working in radiation therapy and nuclear medicine, helping surgery centers, hospitals deal with their radioactive materials licenses to possess and use isotopes. And then I'm the intermediary between my clients and the state of California or the Nuclear Regulatory Commission or whatever governing body it is. The rest of my time is spent with my dear Patricia Kavanaugh. We live in Sebastopol, California. Just came back from 3 weeks in Europe and looking forward to our next adventures together. So hello, everybody, and goodbye, everybody.
Well,
Bye.
great to see you.
You as well.
So let's see who's up next here. Would be Donna Schaefer.
Okay, well, hi everyone. My little descriptor down below says Mac owner, and I am a Mac owner, but my name is also Donna Schaefer. So I want to say, first of all, cheers, right? I brought the glass. There's water in this since it's only 2:30 my time, but this is with the hope that later there will be something a little more stimulating in it than the water that's here now. So anyway, I think this is a great idea. It's really fun to see a lot of you. Hi, Elizabeth. I know you sent me a little, I didn't know how to respond. This is the first time I've ever used Zoom. So hi, it's good to see you too. And I see a lot of other friendly and familiar faces, Jan and Joyce, of course, and Amy and so on. So it's, this is really fun. It's good to be able to, connect visually. Larry, of course. So Donna Schaefer is my name. I'm a membership chair of NorCal, also a member of the leadership team, and I'm a past president of LPN, which is why I know some of you from other chapters. My day job is executive director of the National Association for Professional Gerontologists, NAPG. I'm a retired professor of gerontology and a dean of research and graduate studies in the California State University. What NAPG does is it credentials the educational and professional backgrounds of people in gerontology. We also do a lot of research and presentations, and that means I go to conferences quite a lot. And most recently, I was at the American Society on Aging meeting, which was in San Francisco, which was great because I had a chance to meet, Joan Ditzian was there and Dory Mincer, and these are folks that, I had never seen like in person before. So it was really fun, to do that. And we had a dinner one night that was fun, and NorCal sort of organized that. And we had a number of NorCal members like Rains and his wife, Larry, Charlie Deppner, and others that many of you know, Mary Radu, Sarah Geber, etc. So it was a lot of fun. Because my job is pretty closely synchronized with the academic calendar, I try to spend summers catching up on research activity. And what we're doing now is a project to measure competencies in gerontology. And as a part of this conference, I had a chance to talk with Joan several occasions, and she was talking with me about LPC, right? Which is which I know I see Joyce smiling and nodding there, which is a term from the past. So I don't know. It's possible that we might develop some project to carry some of that forward. And I think I don't know if he's still on the Kendall. I think maybe Kendall was involved with that, and Meg too, perhaps. So. Yeah, Meg is waving. Oh, and Amy. Yes, okay. So anyway, who knows? There might be some, revival of Lipsy before all is said and done. Anyway, so I'm really pleased to be on the on the call today. I think this is a great idea, and thanks to you, Bruce, for helping put it together. And it would be great fun if we have another get together like this in September, as you suggest.
Oh, well, thank you. Great to see you too, Donna. So
Yeah.
thank you. Eileen is next on the roster here.
Hi there. My name is Eileen Carrasio, and I'm here in Virginia, and DC, Maryland, and Virginia is the Chesapeake chapter, and I'm in the Chesapeake chapter. And I'm a nurse, and I'm a life coach, and I coach individuals on health and wellness issues, and I incorporate creativity into my workshops, and I do a lot of masterminds, and I use Zoom very frequently to have my mastermind groups. I've worked with Dot on Jan Hively and Mary Radu's ALPA program, which I'm sure Jan can tell you more about, but it's a fabulous program. And with grants that Bruce has talked about, this is a nice, opportunity for LPN. I want to thank Bruce, who single-handedly, behind the scenes, have worked diligently to make this a success. I think he really needs to be acknowledged.
Yay!
A lot of work.
Make me blush.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of credit for it, because you really almost did it night and day. So it's been a success. This is very nice. It's nice to meet other people across the nation, and some people in France there, and hopefully we'll be talking, on future meetings. But that's a little bit about myself that I'd like to share. I used to be the communications chair for national LPN, and I'm the CLPN for Chesapeake communications chair, and that's my story.
Okay, and I want to know offline about your Canandaigua hat, because not many people know about that.
Oh, we have a place up there, and as Bruce knows, we go up and kayak. Not Bruce and I, but my husband and I kayak up there. So it's he's from upstate New York, and so we have family up there. So are you?
Well, yeah, I have dear friends who live in Canandaigua.
Oh,
yeah, I know that. I know all of it anyway. Yes, I'll send you a note offline. But wow.
This is great. I actually was out walking, and my hair was like really messy, and I said, well, I'll just keep my hat on and nobody will see my messy hair. But I couldn't believe that you could actually read that, Joyce. So how cool is that?
I had trouble, but every now and then you look down.
Nice. You're invited. Whoever would like to come visit us in New York.
I'm going to do an email introduction and introduce you to some really fun people.
Okay, that sounds
We
great.
still see your hair.
Susan Larson is also in Canandaigua.
Yeah.
Susan Larson from New York.
That's right. They were in Rochester. They moved. I didn't realize they moved there.
Well, they've lived there for a while. Yeah, they were in Rochester. They had a place in Canandaigua, in Bryce, and then I think she also has a place in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah. Okay. Terrific.
Yeah. Small world.
Yeah.
Great, Eileen. Thank you very much, Eileen. So Lisa Borchetta is next on the screen here. I'll unmute you. There you go.
There we go. Hello, everybody. I am a new member to LPN. I just joined in January. And very happy to be with this great group of people. Really nice to, thank you. In New England, yes. So very nice to be meeting everyone, and just so thrilled, actually, really, to be meeting the people I'm meeting. So I am also a professional certified coach and a coach trainer. I work primarily with people who are 50 plus in second half of life planning, but not exclusively. I work with people also a lot around creativity, writers, artists, musicians, because that's an interest of mine. And that's one of the things I love about coaching is the ability to kind of work with a lot of different people in a lot of different areas. One of the other big things that I'm just starting to talk about out loud, which is very exciting for me, is that I am in the early planning stages of putting together an intergenerational center. And that's been a lifelong, I think I've been wanting to do this for about 40 years now. And I finally think I'm ready. So it's very exciting for me. The result is I am having some extraordinary conversations with people, learning about what their interests are, what they would like to see. And I am on a very steep learning curve right now and loving it. Kind of looking at what's already out there and where the holes are. But my hope is to create a center that looks at the wide breadth of people who are considered seniors, and looks at all the differences of what would they be interested in, what would people be interested in, and provide a space for people to create their own projects. And to do that by connecting with people of other generations, because I feel strongly that what helps one generation helps the other generation, and that we all do better when all of us are sort of working together and exposed to each other and understanding each other. And so looking for a center, looking to create a center that really fosters people's projects and dreams primarily. So yeah, so a lot going on. So my day is completely absorbed in scheduling interviews and talking to people and getting excited and thinking of new things and researching more stuff. And that's where I am right now. And I'm really glad to also be here and hear all of these people that, I want to talk to that person. So you may be hearing from me.
Where do you live, Lisa? You live where in
Oh, I'm in Westboro, Massachusetts. So about 20 miles west of Boston.
Great.
25 miles.
Yeah. Lisa, we have some people to introduce you to. I'll send you a message after this, because there's several LPN members who are already doing some intergenerational work, plus some other contacts. Yeah. One of them happens to be a brand new member who's a Purpose Prize winner, working with young people and the whole intergenerational thing. So you guys just need to know each other.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm up for it.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. So next up,
you're welcome.
My co-leader and wonderful partner in New England, Barbara Bromwitz. So you're muted, so let me unmute you. There you are.
I just did. Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. And back at you, Bruce. It's a pleasure to work with Bruce, co-leading for New England. I spent many decades as a mental health administrator. Currently, I work as a psychotherapist and life coach. For psychotherapy, I see people with mood disorders and trauma histories. And for coaching, I coach people who are in life transition. I see Amy is still here.
And as long as I can to see Jan. Hi, Jan. Hi, Meg. I'm gonna hold on for as long as I can, guys.
Okay. Well, my motto now is do it while you're ambulatory, and so travel is a priority. I just got back from Croatia and Slovenia, which was an outstanding trip. So the other thing I would say about myself, I have a lot of interests. One major one is thinking about and trying to protect the environment, healthy eating. We have 3 organic gardens, and my husband raises bees. And interested in energy medicine and mindfulness, neuroscience, quantum physics. I try to take those principles and integrate them into my work with folks, having I would say a mind, body, spirit, holistic approach to healing. Happy to see you all and, put faces to names that I've heard for a long time. And great job, Bruce, putting this together.
Thank you. So happy you're here. So next we have Jan Hively, who needs no introduction. But so happy you're here with us. Let's see. I'm going to unmute you. Here you are.
Unmute. Am I unmuted? Okay.
You're unmuted.
I just.
I've never known you to be muted, in fact.
I know exactly. I just look at this group of people, and I think that, talk about the breadth of perspective. I love it. Here's the universe right here. And this is our tribe, Bruce. It's here. And thank you, Joyce, for your leadership, and Bruce for your leadership, and Donna, all of you who have provided great leadership for Life Planning Network's growth. It's wonderful to hear from new people like Lisa, for example, Larry, and I haven't met Marnie yet, but we'll hear from her also. Today, Sheila Tasman and I were talking about a book called The Power of Meaning. And it was so relevant to your work, Barbara, because there's a chapter in that on growth, and it talks specifically about post-traumatic growth, about really shifting perspective to see opportunity rather than the fearful, stressful parts of life. And it really it gives wonderful research background on approaches for teaching resilience and it gives excellent examples for how we can teach people really to look at what their problems are from a different and positive perspective, which really is what I'm trying to do in my life with Life Planning Network and with other organizations, because whether it's a positive aging or purposeful aging or that's great. That is a wonderful book, isn't it, Sheila? Right. It's just, and I don't think that I would be reading books like that if it weren't for the fact that Sheila and I are in the same book club. Getting the group together creates wonderful dynamics. I'm particularly excited about the future possibilities of working with Lisa on the intergenerational work, because here in Yarmouth, where I'm on the community management team for Age-Friendly Community, Age-Friendly Yarmouth, we are committed to friendly for all ages. We just had a wonderful caring community program last week, Meg, that was led by Nancy Henkin, our old friend from Center for Intergenerational Learning at Temple. What we had was to look at all of the different generations. By the way, 4 of them are over age 50, and to look at the differences amongst us. I think that that intergenerational, from my perspective, is really the cutting edge. It's where so many people are going, because we can't afford the kind of divisions in our communities that we've been feeling here on Cape Cod, which is one vast retirement community, really, with lots of people who are young families struggling to find affordable housing and horrific divisions. This is so important to have every activity be an intergenerational activity. So that I just like being here. The organization that I spend my most time with is Pass It On Network. My partner Moira in Paris. I don't know if Amy has seen her yet. Have you? No. That fireplace behind you, Amy, is pure classic Provence. By the way. You have to unmute yourself.
You're muted there. Now it's all. You're muted.
No.
There you go.
We tried. I had so little flexibility to see more, but Helen Dennis and I did get together, and Helen did get together with Mara.
Great. Helen and her wonderful bow. It's great.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just good to see people across these different dimensions, and to see Eileen there, for example, wearing that hat. And I don't know if you know, but everybody calls Eileen Coach, because she is Coach. She's a coach. Anything she does is coaching. It's absolutely fabulous. And of course, there's Meg going to come up now, I assume, the founder of it all here. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Bruce.
Oh, no, so much fun. I'm so happy. So thank you, Jan. Sheila Tasman is up next, and please introduce yourself. Let me unmute you. You're muted. I'll unmute you. Unmute. There's a little button. There we go. Go ahead. There we go.
Yep, there it is. Well, thank you, Bruce. This is just unbelievable what you've put together, and
I didn't do it by myself.
Well, you did a lot, the most of it, and it's just amazing the group of people and the connections that can be made, and just yeah, I could say so much about just that. Let's see. Well,
first, why don't you say where you are?
Okay, right. Okay, yes, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and lived in Philadelphia for a few years, but came back home. And at one point in time, when my mother was in a nursing home, I just was appalled about the whole everything about it, and I thought there really needs to be some care with dignity. And at that time, I had small children, and I began a 3-year project researching having to open a facility here. And we went around the country, we visited places, we were part of the NASLI, which is the National Association of Senior Living Industry, and on and on. And I had actually optioned a piece of ground, had an architect from Chicago who had produced plans for 60,000 square feet. And we were going to move forward with it. And there was one final conference I was going to or whatever. Anyway, in the meantime, my mother had died. She just died. She died then, and it was like, wow, can I really do this now? And, you know, this probably isn't the right time. So I kind of went on and from there, thinking at some point in time I was going to do something and develop something. So I was really pleased to hear what Rains is involved with, and Fran as well. And I'd love to continue some conversation there, because that would be right up my alley. Let's see. So I guess it was last summer, Joyce, right? You all came in?
That's right.
And it was Joyce, Susan Larson, and Barbara Shaman. And there was an optimal aging conference here put on by the Sustainable Age. I forgot the name of it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Part of the University of Louisville. And actually, Joyce and Barb and Connie Ryder, who's an LPN member, they were actual presenters at the conference. It was fabulous conference.
Sheila, can I interrupt for 1 second? We don't want to lose Meg. She's got to go. We'll come back to you. Meg, would you just put your voice in here? Were you waving to leave? You're muted.
I was just waving to Amy, who went.
Oh, okay. I didn't want you to leave. All right. Sorry, Sheila. I didn't want to end without you, Meg. So go ahead, Sheila. Sorry.
So anyway, and the presentations were fabulous. What each the LPN members talked about and led for the conference. And part of our goal was to get more interest from Louisville in LPN. and we were able to get a couple of members, Nadine and Sue, who joined as a result of that. And so we're still working on that.
How many people now do you have in the core there? Do you figure?
Oh, none, me. No, yeah, it kind of, yeah, it needs some work. So I'm glad there's a national chapter. Joyce looked like she wanted to say something.
Well, no, I mean, they've got, it's Sue and Nadine and Sheila and are the core group. And I'm missing someone. Aren't there 4 of you?
Yeah, I was trying to think who the other one is too.
Yeah, anyway, they've got a small core group, and that's one that we're working on. That's Barb is actually, you know, anyway, it's a future conversation, but it's in the works.
Exactly. So, and Joyce is going to be very pleased to hear that because there were 4 of us actually. It's Sue and Nadine and May that put together. We had this. Oh, how can I say it in a nutshell? We did this project called Recipes for Living a Full Life, and Joyce really helped us so much with this. And long story short, it's a recipe box, and it has all this artwork that Sue did, and we have all these life lessons and, you know, positive psychology stuff and on and on. I can show it to you another time. But anyway, Joyce, we're doing a retreat in August in Brown County.
Oh, how
and that's
fabulous!
The theme. It's recipes for a full life. So yeah, I knew you'd be happy to hear.
When
that.
is it?
Come, you can come August 16th and August 16th through 18th. And Brown County, if you all aren't familiar with it, it's like 30 minutes from Indiana University. It is this fabulous little quaint community with artists and, you know, and oh, it'll be, if we're staying in an inn, it's just gonna be fabulous. So come.
Wow.
Okay, let's see real fast so I don't take up too much time.
Sheila, be sure that you send something so we can get something in the newsletter before it happens in enough time. So if you can send us something to get into the newsletter, that'd be great.
Yeah. Don't worry, Bruce. I'm going to send her an email as soon as this is over.
Okay.
We have limited space, and I think we only have 4 more slots left. So I mean,
Well, just to say what you're doing, just to.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Anyway, let's see. A little about me besides that is I'm interested in mindfulness and loving kindness meditation and positive emotions, and I like the research behind it and the health benefits. So I always am trying to ripple out positive psychology. My background was I was trained as a school psychologist and got out of that field basically because I really always thought it would be great if there was a positive psychology. So about 12 years ago, when I found out that there really was at Penn, I thought, well, I can't go there, but I can find out how to do it. And I think Lisa, actually, I can't see her face now, but let me scroll over. Lisa, where'd you go? I don't see. Oh, there you are. Weren't you in part of Mentor Coach?
I am. I'm a trainer for Mentor Coach, and I'm a positive psychology coach. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay, because I thought I recognized your name. You're probably in some of the classes that I was the TA for with Barbara Fredrickson or Chris Peterson or some of those people. So anyway, I did a lot of work with Mentor Coach.
That's why your name is familiar. It takes me a minute. Yes, that is correct.
So I was very fortunate to have those opportunities to work with the top people in positive psychology, and I just have a real passion for that. And as I say, I like to ripple it out. So let's see, the last thing, and somebody else brought this up about the age-friendly stuff.
Yeah, Jan.
Jan, okay. So, Jan, yes. So I just found this out yesterday, but there was legislation passed here to make Kentucky an age-friendly state. And Louisville, where I'm from, has already implemented that in the last 2 years, I think. So we've been ahead of the game there. My day job, and then I'll wrap it up, is I am a real estate investor and manage the property. And play around with all these other things that are just, yeah, that interest me a lot.
Well, thank you very much.
That's it.
Sheila's story of being a real estate developer is an interesting one that has always stuck in my mind, but you don't have to unravel it all now. But I still remember our first conversation in which you told me about that. Great story. So next, Marnie McNamara, who's Marnie, why don't you introduce, let me unmute you and let you introduce yourself and say where you're at. And we're grateful to have you with us. You're a new face for many people, so welcome.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm a fairly new member. I joined last year, and I live south of Nashville, Tennessee, so Louisville's closer to me. We'll have to get to know each other. And there is no chapter here, so I'm kind of floating till we get things underway. Anyway, let's see, I guess relevant to this group is I am also a mentor coach graduate. And prior to that, I had gotten into energy and Kabbalistic healing. So I'm a graduate of a 7-year program that trained in both of those. And I worked in that for a little while, and it was one of those things that was, I enjoyed it, but it was not quite the right fit. And then a friend of mine introduced me to coaching. And initially, it was authentic happiness coaching. And so I did that program. And of course, from there, went into mentor coach and graduated from there. I've been the last 3 years kind of through a difficult transition myself. My mother passed away, took care of her estate. And then I came into some health issues of my own. And had extensive back surgery in March. So I'm still kind of recovering from that. And unfortunately, during that process, a drug that they had put me on created a whole lot of other problems, and I wound up in the hospital 3 more times. So, and if you can tell, I'm kind of having difficulty breathing. That drug gave me pneumonia, and I'm still trying to recover. So I am a life coach, and I have been putting together a program. It seems like most of my clients have been single 50-plus women. So I'm directing my coaching practice as I get restarted to single 50-plus women who are in or approaching a life transition and want to look at how they want to do that. So I have put together a program called Crowning Glory, and it helps you begin with looking at values, talents, gifts, and passions to then look at where you want to take that. So that's my story.
Thank you, Marnie. We're really happy you've joined us, and I'm glad we got you on the connector, and we're all wishing you speedy recovery. So. Meg Newhouse is next on checkerboard. So, no, we don't hear you. I got to unmute you first.
I got it.
There you go.
I'm going to be super quick. Anybody who doesn't know me, I want to say it's wonderful to see everybody, and thank you, and I think it's a great idea. I also want to say, before I forget to, happy birthday, Barbara.
Yay.
Yes.
It's her birthday. And
But she'd never forgive me if we sang happy birthday to her.
No need to sing. But
well, anyway.
Actually, she said I'd break everyone's ears, don't say that.
And and I will say also, anybody who doesn't know me can always go to passionandpurpose.com or megnewhouse.com and read. I'm in a really hiatus period of my life with a number of caregiving responsibilities. And so besides hanging on to LPN and being an honorary board member for Northeast New England and Conscious Elders Network, I'm not really doing too much professionally right now. And I will say that I met up with 2 new LPN members at an interesting place in Western Massachusetts today. And if those of you who are interested in mind, body, energy, stuff like that, look up the Lightfield Foundation. And Marcy and Dawn, and we met up there. That's why I was late on the call. And the only other thing I will say is I've just been inundated for the last 2 weeks by both house guests and attending 2 college reunions, mine and my husband's, back to back, and about to leave for a week's family reunion, small family reunion in Annapolis, celebrating our 50th anniversary.
Yay!
So a lot of personal stuff going on right now, as well as, yeah. But it's wonderful to see all of you, the ones I haven't, whom I've known by voice but not face, the new people, and oldies and goodies.
Well, it's so great to have your smiling face with us. So thank you, Megan.
And I do have to, I'm going to have to cut out. Who's left? Anybody or just me?
Larry Jacobson, who's been patient, and we lost Cullen, unfortunately. He dropped off, but
go, Larry. I'll wait for you. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Meg. I appreciate that. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I saw a sign out in the street that said free cocktails. So I just came in. I don't even know who any of you are.
So hoist one.
funny man.
So my past kind of dictates my present, I suppose. I believe in total negative psychology, and I don't believe that anybody can achieve anything they ever set out to dream about.
Except you, who circumnavigated the world.
Except maybe for a couple of things, yeah. So I spent 20 years in business, ended as a CEO of a company that we sold. And after that, I spent the next 6 years, I bought a boat and spent the next 6 years sailing around the world. And became actually by accident, first openly gay person to sail around the world. And was just listed in a magazine in the Midwest. Now, see if you can pronounce the name of this magazine. It's called KWIR.
Queer.
Anyway, I'm on the cover with Rachel Maddow and Tim Cook and Sally Ride and Anderson Cooper and all these other LGBT firsts. And so it's kind of good company.
Yeah, Larry, do you have a copy of it right there to show us?
No, it's electronic, and I haven't gotten the printed version. I did send it to Bruce just now.
Oh, good. I'll put it in the newsletter.
Okay, so, okay, and yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I'm on the cover, and then you open it up, and there's a picture of Rachel Maddow, and then Tim Cook, and there's me, and I'm like, huh? So anyway, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got the yellow jacket on.
Yeah. Which somebody said to me once, "Hey, I like your yellow costume," and I said, "That's not a costume. That's branding." So anyway, well, after my sailing, I came back and I started actually doing some business coaching while I was writing my book. And I started coaching mostly CEOs who were, friends of mine, and they all had the same question for me. How did you do it? How did you leave your career to go sailing? Oh, there it is.
Great. Look at
there
that.
It is.
Fantastic.
There I am, right underneath Tim Cook and diagonally from Ellen.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said look for the yellow jacket, because you're hidden behind Matters.
Yeah, I am. I see that. Yeah. Oh, well.
Larry Matters.
That's right.
We all matter. So anyway, I started coaching, and every single person I was coaching asked me the same question, not about, their business or anything. They just kept asking me, well, how'd you do it? How did you leave your identity behind and transition and move on to being from going CEO to sailing bum? And how do I do it? And how am I going to do it? And that was like, I don't know how many years ago. And so I took a year I reverse engineered all the process that I went through in my retirement. And I came up with a online video course called Sail into Retirement. And it's 9 videos and 18 lessons and 9 modules, 18 videos that were all professionally done in Hollywood with a Hollywood producer and me. I mean, shooting me. But and by the way, if anybody doesn't have their own course, you know, it's available for affiliate, and you earn half the fee of it. So if it's just want to get somebody launched into, you know, gee, I'm going through a transition into retirement, what do I do? Well, Sail into Retirement takes you kind of through, I don't know what to do, all the way through, okay, I now have a plan of what I'm going to do in retirement. So that's kind of cool. And then my book, I wrote a book called The Boy Behind the Gate. My mother would probably be remiss if I didn't do something like this, you know. And that was the story of my 6-year sailing trip around the world. And it won a bunch of awards. It won 6 literary awards and the best memoir from a Bay Area author in 2013. And anyway, so then I got excited and I wrote another book called Navigating Entrepreneurship. And that was just published by Business Experts Press of New York. And it's going to be sold into colleges and universities, their business schools. So I was kind of jazzed about that. But my focus has been on coaching people into retirement. And, well, thank you, Bruce.
That was, I think Joyce put that up.
Oh, thank you, Joyce. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
It's
right.
also an Audible if you don't mind listening to me for 12 hours. So my coaching has been kind of the mainstay, and I really like it. I don't really care for having to find the clients, you know. Because I've been in sales and marketing my whole life. I really am at the point where I just love not to have to do that. Bye, Meg. And
bye, Meg.
you know, so I started getting into an idea of thinking, well, I know I'm helping people emotionally and strategically, and a lot of you are too. And by the way, I'm so impressed with all of you. I can't wait to know every one of you even more. So I got into, you know, it's California, right? And we're kind of after the green rush. You know, we're, about the green rush, the marijuana rush here. So while I'm personally a THC user, I don't really care to push it on others. And so I got into the CBD business. And Marnie, this is something that I wanted to ask you about, is that I know that, there's so much research coming out of Israel mainly about CBD helping so many people off of opioids and other prescription drugs. You know, the only problem in my life I've ever had with drugs, in spite of being a drug user, is prescription drugs. You know, I've never gotten sick from anything I've bought in the street where it's safe. You know, everything has been from the pharmaceutical companies, and that's what's made me sick. And so I'm just such an anti-believer in some pharmaceuticals. On the other hand, sure, I take high blood pressure medicines and all that. But Marnie, I invite everybody to go to our website, which is IRECBD.com. And if you are interested in CBD, you can get 25% off. And our prices are really great for really strong. So like Marnie, we have a product called the Lifeline Max 1000. It's 1,000 milligrams of CBD in one bottle. And it's really being helpful to a lot of people. Anyway, when you check
I have been taking CBD.
Huh?
I have been taking CBD.
You have? Wonderful.
I have. Once I got off of that one, it was a muscle relaxant and it took a while to figure out what was happening.
Yep.
Once I got off of it, I was a brand new person. So yeah, I have been using CBD oil.
What does CBD do?
So first of all, if you go to this website, IRECBD, when you check out, put in the coupon code LJ25. And you get 25% off of your purchase price, which is really cool. That's the most that they'll let me give. But CBD balances your body's immune system, your basically through your endocannabinoid system, which all people have. It balances your immune system, your cardiovascular system, your bone marrow production, your central nervous system. And we have CBD receptors in our body, CBD1 and CBD2. So CBD1 is affected by THC, gets you high. This is THC1, THC receptor 1. And CBD receptor 2 is affected by CBD and balances your body's systems. Now, some people mix CBD with THC, with pot, and get even a better, stronger result. We use the full spectrum plant of the hemp plant. So we take the whole plant. So there is a tiny bit of THC in the plant, but it's less than 0.03%, so it's legal. Anyway, I've just been really having fun with that. And those of you who are out here in the Bay Area know the chain Molly Stone's grocery stores, they've just picked up our products, CBD products.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm really, I'm torn between emotionally helping people and my Sail into Retirement program. And for those of you who are on my mailing list, you'll be getting something new about that soon. If you're not on my mailing list, go to larryjacobson.com, please. And please enter your name or just ask me to put it in or whatever.
And Marnie asks if you'd please just name the website again.
Yep. It's Irie CBD.
Irie.
I'm going to put it in the chat.
Spell Irie.
IRIE.
Great.
It's in Jamaican. It means it's all good. And then I put it up in the chat box as well. And then I invite everybody to learn more about me, because so I don't talk your ear off, at my website here, larryjacobson.com. And I'm glad to help anybody with any issues or talk about all these issues. I've been studying retirement and coaching retirees for years. And while it's kind of used to be my main focus, it's now getting dissipated because I find myself too interested in too many things, and I just can't seem to let go of, it's like I can't just do one thing. I have to move on and do the next thing, and I love it. So I'm a lifelong student of just about everything. So whatever you've got, I'm interested in. And Marnie, I'm happy to talk to you further about any of that, about the CBD. My email is larry@larryjacobson.com if you want to just...
Well, why email? Why don't you connect on the connector? And
you can connect on the connector. Right. But you can email me about what day you want to connect on the connector.
Right.
Anyway, thanks for your ears. I'm so impressed. I have to leave you with that, with all of you.
Amen.
Yeah, really amazing group of people, Otherwise, believe me, I would have walked out of this room a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's such a treat. This has been so great. I'm ecstatic and so happy. It is an amazing group. There's so much intelligence and talent and heart. It's hard to believe we managed, that we're not ruling the world, but that's to come. So
to think we're just 1/7 of the organization.
Yeah. So Joyce, maybe you'd like to close it out. I'm just so happy to see Connie here today. Been great, Connie, to see you here, and Jan and Kendall and Donna and Barbara and Jan and Eileen and Larry and Marnie and Sheila and Lisa and Rains and those who already left, but it's been great. So thank you all for taking the time to be with us.
Ditto.
Thank you. Thank you for providing it.
This is just the beginning.
Did you talk about yourself, Bruce?
No. Who that?
That's Eileen.
I came a little late, but did you talk about your book?
No, I didn't, but it's late. Next time I'll talk about myself. It's 6:26. I don't want to hold everybody.
Wow, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
We wondered if we would be able to do an hour, and bingo, here we are.
Great.
So we'll start again as we were going to launch in September, and we'll go first. Bruce and I will go first, and we'll share a little bit more about what we're doing outside of all this.
And I would just want to add that Bruce is a stunning poet, and he's got some new poetry that I want to ask him to read.
Oh, nice.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, great.
Put a sample on the connector.
Yeah, you have to twist my arm hard for that. But
I hope to see some of you in Minneapolis at the Staging International Gathering. That's coming in October, but now is the time to start planning.
all right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Have a good night and good dinner and bon appetit and
Bravo.
happy birthday.
Cheers. Nicely done, Bruce.
Good night.
Nicely done.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
I don't want to go.
Bye.
Do I have to leave? Can I stay overnight instead? I brought my toothbrush. Bruce, I'm sending you an email.
Okay, great.
Because I really don't know how. Otherwise, I could probably put it on here, couldn't I? A picture?
Yeah.
Where do I put it?
To send a picture?
Yeah, I just sent it, but I could. Can I put it in chat?
Yeah, you can.
Connie, it's so nice to see you.
Great, and I recorded this, so we'll be able to put the recording up on the.
Yeah, but the picture is worth 1,000 words.
I agree.
Here, let me see if I can drop this in here. No, it doesn't let you drag and drop a picture into the chat.
Maybe not. I think we've done that, but I can't remember, to be honest. See the more button? What does the more button let you do?
More. It allows me to save the chat.
Oh, yeah, which is good to do sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I just sent you the picture. I sent it to Joyce as well. Does anybody else want it? Well, Bruce has it.
Yeah, I'll put it up for everybody.
Yeah, okay, good.
Good job, Bruce.
All
I'm
right.
going to sign off.
All right, Barbara, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Barbara.
Thank you so much. And Larry, I just want to say the Truth About Cancer series and the Sacred Plant.
Oh, where's that on?
Both incredible web series, video web series about using cannabinoids for all kinds of healing.
Oh, a web series, The Truth About Cancer and the
Sacred Plant.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely excellent.
When Barbara,
yes,
this is Joyce, can you email me something? I'm going to actually be with someone who is going through this tomorrow and just having a really tough time. Is there something that
yes, just go to the sacred, let's see.
Well, you could probably just Google
about
it.
Cancer, Ty Bollinger, and I can email that information.
Bollinger?
Ty Bollinger. I've listened to the whole series. It's absolutely life transforming.
I bet.
All a lot of clinical research across the globe that's presented, including a lot from Israel, as you mentioned, Larry.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing. They're both incredible resources that's available to everybody.
Well, maybe we should do a webinar. Have you and Larry and whoever else, and we could have a
CBD and that.
Yeah, on.
Yeah, it's like I don't really make any money when people use my coupon code, but I want people to use it. So I want people to buy it and use it because it's the research is showing some amazing stuff.
So what it relieves pain? It relieves pain, or it improves the immune system, or
it can actually heal. It can actually completely disappear certain kinds of cancers.
Yes, that's what they're discovering in Israel.
But it's hard. You have to get kind of the right formula. There are interstate laws that interfere with people actually getting it. Sometimes you can't transport across state lines.
Yeah, well, that's.
I don't know how you deal with
thank God
that.
every day that I live in California, but because it doesn't really matter what the feds say in California, but we ship in all 50 states, and I think maybe there's 3 states that we don't, that have just had some weird rule or something like that, but pretty much we do. And if you look at our website, again, I'm not trying to sell it, but if you look at it, we have a doctor who has made the formulations So like the pain one is mixed with skull's cap, devil's claw, and curcumin, all known for anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
And they support the CBD in its efforts to balance the endocannabinoid system.
Yeah.
The calm one has lavender and peppermint, also known for calming effects, that sort of thing. So the products are really good. And Bruce, the Pain 500 cream, it's a brand new product we have out. It has 500 milligrams of CBD in 2 ounces of cream of Celadrin. And the Celadrin acts as a fast-acting, like I point to my neck, a fast-acting carrier into the system. It's amazing. I mean, it's like I call it a massage in a jar. I mean, it's just you put it on, and it's just you feel this tingle, and it's the first thing you feel is the Celadrin carrying it into your body, but then you feel the CBD almost right away because there's so much of it.
Well, I'm gonna. Leslie has perpetual back issues from dancing all those years, so I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah. So and of course, the strongest internal. I mean, the way to take anything is sublingually. So that's why ours are in a pump spray, and you just pump it, make a spray underneath your tongue, except for the cream. For extreme cases, we also have suppositories. Each one is 100 milligrams of CBD. And that's the kind of ratios that they're using in Israel. They're giving people 1,000 milligrams a day.
Wow.
And Bruce, you may be able to get the cream here in Massachusetts that's opening up some dispensaries.
Yeah, there's one that's trying.
It'll be more expensive in the dispensary than using my 25% off coupon code.
All right, Larry.
I want mine autographed by Larry anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been great.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Kudos, Barbara. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.